What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the 8 most disturbing things caught in dashcam footage. Yeah, I don't know if this will be scary, but for me it probably will, because anything scares me, I'll be honest. You know by now I get scared by the littlest of things, but the littlest of things, is that even a sentence? I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little wuss when it comes to this kind of stuff, and dashcam footage videos, I've done a few before. Not the biggest fan, but it's been popping up in my feed like continuously. I can't get this out of my YouTube feed, so yeah, I was eventually going to react to it, and yeah, here we are now. But if you want more videos like this, like more reactions like this, let me know in the comments what you want to see. Yeah, I'm just going to say though, not scary videos, less tame, probably more tame than this. I mean, I don't know what to expect yet. Maybe it's not going to be anything like that, but I'm assuming it will be, because these kinds of channels always show stuff that I'm not the biggest fan of. But we're going to get into it. Links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see extra reactions of mine. Posted to yesterday, that got blocked on YouTube, so yeah, that's where you can find other videos. And same for my Instagram and my Twitter, links are there for those who want to follow me. But let's jump into this and see what dashcam footage things we're going to see happening. And I know it's gonna be... Oh. What is going... Okay, that's just a weird ass fucking view, man. I don't like that at all.
This first dashcam video was captured in Australia.
At least it's live.
2 men in a Mercedes are driving down the highway when, through their rear dashcam, a car is seen quickly approaching. It then swerves around the 2 guys before getting in front of them and slamming on the brakes, clearly trying to run them off the road. But what first could be written off as road rage soon takes a more serious and disturbing turn. The 2 men notice the driver has an axe and is now waving it out his window and threatening them.
Oh, he's got an axe, dude. Like, what are you doing? Oh, keep distance, bro.
What the flipping hell is wrong with people, man? And he's just following. Jesus.
Bro, calm down.
A sudden and unexpected encounter forces the 2 men to take a quick U-turn to lose the guy, but he continues to follow them. The situation is then taken even further when the 2 use the next exit and approach a roundabout.
And he's hossing it as well.
Whoa! Keep driving, holy!
What the flipping hell am I seeing?
No. Oh, keep going. Just keep. Oh my god!
What the actual heck? What am I seeing?
2 times the Mercedes is rear-ended, the second of which...
I can't imagine how scary the situation would be, because you're kind of helpless. Like, you don't want to speed, because if you end up speeding too fast and all this kind of stuff, you're going to end up crashing yourself or crashing into someone else. This must be such a hard situation to deal with,
causes the attacker to spin out, sending him off the road. This allowed the 2 guys to get away. They would then drive to the nearest police station, where they would report what had just happened.
Chasing after them again still.
When police arrived to the scene of the crash, the car was gone. However, a few hours later, they would find the vehicle on the road, and from there the driver was arrested. Later, the owner of the dashcam footage would give the video more context. Apparently, the driver chasing them, for whatever reason, was 100% convinced they had robbed his house the night before. But obviously this wasn't the case. The 2 guys had never before even seen the man. It was determined that he was under the influence of something.
Yeah.
He would be charged with multiple offenses, which put him in prison for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, was it worth it? I bet not. You flipping psycho.
In August of 2018, Justin Bilton and his 70-year-old father were camping at Glacier National Park in Montana. They had only been in the park for 3 hours when they were informed of an immediate evacuation of the area. A forest fire ignited by lightning the previous night had gotten too far out of control. However, by the time they got the evacuation notice, unknown to them, the only road out of the park had already been engulfed by the fire.
Oh my days.
Do I go? We're gonna find out up here in a minute, aren't we? I think we can drive through this. What?
Oh, poor guys, man.
Dad, this is insane.
I know. We don't want you trapped in here. Easy. All right, we're good. Slow down. There's a big rut here. Just slow down. We're out of that fire.
We're not out of that, Dad. We're not out.
We're good, though.
What?
Oh, mate.
Easy. Keep can see. Just go easy now. Easy.
Dad, the car is heating up. It's gonna explode.
We're all right.
Dad, what if a tree falls on us?
We're okay.
Please, God, help us.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Oh my God. Dad, we can't get out.
I'm getting out. You can't drive back. We get that out of the road. We get gloves.
Oh my God.
Stop.
They're getting out.
Dad, we gotta get out of here.
Back it up.
A fallen tree is seen directly in the middle of the road, trapping them inside the park.
Jeez.
They had nowhere to go but back, so they ended up reversing through everything they had just went through. When they reached their campsite, they abandoned their car and desperately started running towards a nearby lake. By some miracle, there they would find 2 park employees in a boat on the shore of the lake.
No way.
Justin and his father were rescued and taken to safety, leaving everything but this horrifying footage behind.
Mate, that is crazy. Okay, this video is wild so far.
This dashcam footage shows the armed robbery of a cab driver. The driver, Ralph Valletta, had just started his shift. This was his first ride of the day. He was stopped at a light, and the rider can be seen in the back slouched down. But abruptly, he sits up and demands Ralph give him everything he has.
He's done. He's pulled a gun on him.
Alright, hey, give me all your money, man.
Man, I don't.
Give me everything you got. Give me it now.
All right.
I need it now.
All right.
We can make this the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have
Listen,
anything in my
we
wallet.
can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
Give it all to me now.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to the rider, a police cruiser was stopped at the same light directly behind them. At some point during the robbery, the light to the lane they were in had turned green, and seeing that they weren't moving, the officer put on his lights and got out to investigate.
Don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
Give me
carry
your
it.
wallet and your phone. I need your wallet.
No, please don't give me my phone.
Oh
I
my
need that phone.
days.
There's a cop behind us. There's a cop behind us.
Wow. Oh, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Lifesaver! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Almost immediately, the officer would realize that a robbery was taking place. So, in response, he would order the rider out of the car, where he would then be detained. The rider was
That's
arrested
crazy.
and later charged with multiple offenses.
Well, that's insane. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever
In
seen.
April of 2021,
Oh,
a man
God.
named Mitch Kuhn was
Stop.
driving on the highway back from work when he saw this.
Oh,
A
fuck
child
off.
that looks to be wearing a large jacket, or that's possibly wrapped in a blanket, begins walking out in the middle of the highway, just barely missing Mitch's truck.
What am I looking at,
Mitch was
man?
towing a trailer, and felt that if he abruptly stopped, it would cause an accident. So instead, he opted to call the police, reporting an unattended child walking on the highway. Police assured Mitch that they'd send out patrol units immediately. An hour later, Mitch called again for a follow-up, as well as to offer the footage he had caught on his dashcam. But he was told that it wouldn't be necessary, as the child had been collected safely and was on its way home.
So it's a real child.
However,
So this is actually real. I thought this was like a ghost or something.
strangely, police would later state that no child was found, despite officers searching the area until 3:45 a.m. Additionally, they would claim that at no point did they tell Mitch that they had found the child. The next morning,
So it is-
multiple volunteers commenced a search of the area,
that's-
but no child was ever found, and therefore the search eventually ended. At the time the footage was captured, there were no reports of a missing child in the area. It remains unknown who exactly was captured in this video.
That's so weird, man. Looks like a garden gnome, you know?
This dashcam footage was captured in the streets of Taiwan. Right away, it's clear the video takes place in the midst of a storm.
Yeah.
A storm where the winds are strong enough to throw around debris. At one point, debris is even seen flying against the windshield. But little did the drivers know that an actual tornado was forming right behind them and quickly heading in their direction.
Oh my days, that's brutal.
The dashcam
Oh my
footage
fucking days. Oh shit! Did you see that?
direction.
Well, obviously, there's a person there.
The
Oh
dashcam
my
footage
days.
captures the exact moment the tornado went directly through them. It It was even strong enough to lift vehicles off the ground, which can actually be seen with the white van that pulls out onto the road. The wheels of the vehicle leave the ground, and it begins to get full-on dragged by the tornado,
nuts, man.
seemingly disappearing.
Holy
But
shit.
once the tornado passes, it can be seen much further down the road, wedged in between two trees. More concerning, however, is the person that gets thrown by the tornado on the right side of the road. Unfortunately, this woman would suffer major injuries and would be taken to the hospital. The storm would go on to produce further damage in the form of 50 inches of rain that would cause multiple deadly landslides.
Fuck, that was crazy, man.
This video was taken in Russia. It shows the dashcam footage of a man driving down a desolate and long stretch of dirt road. Then, up ahead is a car parked in such a way so as to block traffic. Two men with baseball bats begin walking up to the driver, and that's when it becomes clear that this is a robbery.
See, bro,
The parked car.
I don't give a shit at this point. I'm driving into them and I don't give a damn. I don't care how stupid... I mean, I don't think this is even a stupid thing to say. The police see this happening. They can't do anything, right? Like, you're literally getting robbed. There's people that probably will do anything to get whatever they want from you. And if you drive past them, they're going to chase after you. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I hope they make a smart
With an
decision.
intentional makeshift roadblock. The driver tries to escape, but the two men get in the way and do their best to prevent it.
God damn.
Fortunately,
People are
the driver
nuts.
had a window of opportunity and took advantage.
Yep.
He slammed on the gas and was able to get away unscathed. He then drove
You'd
around
love
the
to see it.
roadblock and was free. It's unknown if the two men with baseball bats were ever caught.
I hope as soon as this happened, he called the police, because anyone could be driving down this road at any point, man. God damn.
In late November of 2015,
Another
a large
one.
catastrophic bushfire broke out in
Oh, this is a bushfire. I thought this was another tornado.
South Australia. This
Look at the whole
dashcam footage
sky.
was captured by one of the fire trucks responding to the incident. Right from the start of the video, enormous smoke clouds are shown, depicting just how large the fire had gotten. As the trucks continue forward, visibility gradually worsens. It gets so bad to where the fire trucks are forced to stop. Then, in the distance, the fire itself can be seen, spreading towards them unnervingly fast.
Here it comes, the hitch coming. Nick, slow down. Can't hear me, scared of it? It's gotta be
Mate, this job is something else, man. Oh my days, it's so quick! Oh my days. That is insane.
A miscommunication between the two trucks resulted in a collision. The truck in the front was attempting to back up out of the fire, while the truck with the dashcam was entering what's known as a burnover. A burnover is a fire truck protection protocol where the truck stays in place and the crew deploys Velcro blankets to protect themselves from the heat.
What?
Water is sprayed outside of the vehicle to keep it from catching on fire, and in the inside, breathing masks are used by the crew. During this protocol, however, the crew from the truck in the front can be heard desperately explaining how they didn't have water for a burnover, or rather their truck's sprinkler system wasn't working properly.
Oh my days. Oh my days.
They
This
couldn't
is
stay in
insane.
place and were forced to drive forward in the hopes of escaping the fire, which you can actually see in the video as the truck fades into the distance. Fortunately, this move would end up saving their lives. They would make it to the other side of the fire, and everyone inside the truck, as well as the one with the dash cam, would make it out with minimal
No
injuries.
way, that is crazy, man. That's one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
This footage was captured way back in 2012. It takes place near an airport in Moscow, Russia. The airport is right next to a highway, and on December 29th, this dashcam footage would capture the disturbing moments a plane missed the runway and crash landed just on the right side of the highway.
I can barely see anything, but... Jeez. I wonder how many people were on the plane.
It turns out the
mate.
plane had mistakenly overshot the runway because of bad weather conditions, so when it landed it didn't have enough room to brake. This left it no choice but to go directly into the highway, causing plane seats and other debris to shoot towards passing vehicles, all of which can be clearly seen in the footage. At the time of the crash, the plane was only carrying crew members. No passengers were on board. But unfortunately, 5 of the 8 total crew members would lose their lives.
People
The
survived
driver
that.
of the vehicle with the dash cam would make it out unharmed.
I mean, this wasn't a scary video, but this was nuts. This was probably one of the craziest dashcam videos I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Holy shit, man. Imagine what isn't captured. Yeah, for sure. The way his dad calmed down, how mature he is in the given situation. Yeah, I mean, I gotta respect it. I'm so impressed by the father with his son in the forest fire. His calm is probably the only reason they were able to get through that alive. This was my first experience with this guy's videos, and they are wild. Yeah, for sure, man. I've watched this guy's videos before, but this is a whole other level, man. The worst part about the firefighters in Australia was they are volunteers. The rural fire service is woefully underfunded, but they do incredible work. Have saved thousands of lives and homes. Yeah, firefighters are one of the most underrated things in the world, man. Like, they do some crazy things. They'll go into fires that are burning and all this sort of... Like, it's just... Obviously, that's their job, but... We're all human, right? The fact that they're just going to have to persevere with it, no matter how scared they are, blows my mind. But, yeah, that's the reaction. If you want more of these, let me know in the comments. And, I mean, yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.